Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. We've got to defend the yellow jersey. It's not going to be easy. We don't have much of a lead. We can target a place in the top 5 today. Have a good day, guys. Go! Go!
Hello everyone! A great name awaits the riders today, La Planche des Belles Filles. Although this climb only recently appeared on the routes of the Tour, it has nevertheless become mythical. All those who claimed victory upon it have won the Tour de France at least once.
If one of the big favorites for the Tour tries to escape, his direct rivals will get their teammates to ride. This is why the big players wait for the end before attacking.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
You're the biggest threat to the yellow jersey at the front of the race. He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. There's not a lot going on. If this was a video game, I'd advance the clock to the last difficulty. His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings. You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The green jersey will not change any more today. The leader is ahead by enough points.
The next King of the Mountains summit is ranked as a 3rd category. Only the first 2 riders over the top will score points towards the best climber classification.
He launched the mountain sprint. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. Try to take more relays. Otherwise, the others will no longer cooperate, and it will be goners for the breakaway. It is important to relay a minimum during a breakaway, so that everyone agrees to cooperate. But be careful not to do too much in order to save some strength for the finish. teammates have a handle on things for the overall standings. It will be difficult to increase the gap. You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer want to ride. Anyway, we're into the final kilometers. We can forget any ideas of cooperation. We've taken control of the provisional overall standings with a new rider. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. He's got his guys riding. He must have good legs. It's your teammate who's the most dangerous for the overall standings in the breakaway.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey. One and a half minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites.
We're approaching the final climb. Be well positioned as it's a short climb. You can't afford to give away any time.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Acceleration of the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. 30 seconds between the breakaway and the yellow jersey.
There's movement behind you.
Okay, we'll consume a feed. Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. There's movement behind you.
At just under 3 kilometers from the summit, and with less than 30 seconds on their pursuers, the outcome is still not sure for the men in front.
Allez les gars, courage!
Only 2 kilometers left. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race. Riders will have to keep something in reserve for the last 300 meters because the slope is over 15%.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line. Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall. You seem to be running on empty. Lift your foot if you don't want to blow up.
He tops the standings.
Today's result is most unsatisfactory. If things had gone our way, I reckon that we could... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. You'll have to be on your guard and not...
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. The sprinters will certainly have dissected and analysed the route in order to work out the scenario for this stage, but they'd better beware. If everything does point towards a mass sprint finish, the roads exposed to the wind on the approaches to Troyes could provide some surprises.
You're off on your own, but given the profile, it's mission impossible. I hope you get reinforcements. The yellow jersey has got his team riding early to manage the time gap. The head of the virtual overall standings is ours. But don't get carried away. The stage is still long. You're off on your own, But given the profile, it's mission impossible. I hope you get reinforcements. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. Here's the positions over the last climb. Flat stages. Little wonder that they're not shown in their entirety on TV. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint. The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. His teammates are accelerating. They're no doubt readying the intermediate sprint. His teammates have positioned themselves at the head of the peloton. They will no doubt manage the gap so as to finish in a sprint.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. He's got his team riding to set up a sprint finish. This is not the time to hang around at the back of the peloton. Watch out, guys, because in 10 or so kilometers, the roads will be wide open and the wind could have its say. Stay well up front to avoid being caught by a bordure.
Okay, we'll relay hard.
Last time checked with the breakaway. 1 minute.
We're professional leaders. Come on, keep at it.
I'll make a big effort on the relay. Okay, I'll wait for you.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
I'm coming to protect you.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers. 15 kilometers to go, and the peloton is already preparing for the final sprint. It would be a surprise to see someone manage to get away and hold off the sprint trains.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. He's asked his teammates to ride you down. You're too dangerous.
Bunched peloton.
I'll make a big effort on the relay.
The peloton has entered the final 10 kilometers. It will be difficult to slip below the radar of the sprinters' teams.
Okay, I'll consume the feed. You'll be on wide avenues inside 12. The finish harbors no pitfalls.
Only 3 kilometers left. The peloton is bearing down on the escapees.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
We can say that everything is going well.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage, finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is... We had no real ambitions for the classification of the... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers, and an opportunity to lead the general classification. We're amongst the outsiders for the stage win, but the odds are fairly open, and we can hope for more than a podium place if we play our cards right. Good race, guys! Go, go!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Predictions are wide open for this stage, entirely ridden through the roads of the Jura. If the terrain immediately excludes the sprinters from any hope of a stage win, it is not selective enough to be certain that the general classification favourites would go on the offensive. It's up to the baroudeurs to seize their chance.
Allez les gars!
Continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça, les gars, on est avec vous. Allez, les gars. Hop, hop, allez.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Oui, André, oui. Allez. Oh, les
Bravo,
gars.
Antoine.
Continue, les gars. Bravo, les gars. Bravo, les gars. Allez.
Attack! Watch out! He's aiming for the polka dot jersey. Attack!
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work.
He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse.
He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs.
You're the most dangerous in the breakaway for the yellow jersey. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. Here's the positions over the last climb. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. You're the one with the most points for the green jersey in the breakaway. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race. I'm going to take a nap. Wake me if something happens. Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. You still have 2 kilometers before reaching the climb. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit.
Allez les gars. Continue comme ça. Allez les gars.
Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The first 15 in the intermediate sprint score points for the green jersey. The first will pocket 20 extra points.
You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done.
The next King of the Mountains summit will bring 5 points to the rider who is first over the top.
Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. Here's the positions over the last climb.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
Ranked 4th category, the next King of the Mountains summit will earn 1 point for the rider who's in front at the top.
At the front, it's your teammate who's best placed in the overall standings.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Okay, we'll consume a feed. Change of leader in the overall youth standings. Okay, we'll consume a feed. Okay, I'll consume a feed. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers. The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be gained.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
There's movement behind.
Breakaway over.
You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit.
Allez les gars, courage!
You seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front.
Continuez comme ça! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça! Allez les gars, on continue comme ça!
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
'We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up.
Only 10 kilometers left for the lead riders. He's moving onto the attack. He's turning the screw.
Change of leader in the overall youth standings. The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way, lads. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers. It's downhill for 2 kilometers. Stick to the wheels in front and try to recover. Everything will be decided in the last 5 kilometers.
Five kilometers from the finish, and nobody has so far been able to put one over on his opponents. It will probably come down to the sprint.
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Only 3 kilometers left. Victory will come down to a sprint.
Understood. We'll take it easy whatever happens.
Last kilometre.
You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up.
He's amongst the leading riders this year.
It really is a stage to forget. We had the means to be amongst the front runners. Hi guys, let's start the